In this week's episode, Bill makes a major announcement. Now, it's something we've talked about privately, but this is the first time he's sharing it with you, and it marks a real turning point for us and for the food truck. So stick along in the episode to learn more about that. But this is also an audience episode too. You sent questions and we're diving into everything. Business, family, small town rumors, Mercer County shakeups, and some of the wildest hypotheticals we've ever been asked. But I'll be honest with you, the tone shifts throughout this episode, especially when Bill speaks on his decision. And before we roll into the intro, do us a quick favor. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube and our Spotify. It helps us grow, keep this thing going, and actually monetize this thing. But enough about that. Let's jump into it. Hello, and welcome to the TwoDads podcast, episode number 41. That's 4-1 for you guys listening at home. Thank you for this journey. To my left, Slick Willie. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you? 41... Thought Tom Seaver at first.
Okay.
And then I thought Roman Harper, former safety for the Saints. And I might be wrong here. I'm going on a limb. Isn't Dirk Nowitzki 41?
Buddy, I don't know sports ball as well as I try to. You could be throwing out anything, and I'd agree with you. But how you doing? It's good to see you. It's good to be back in the garage. No guests today. So if you're tuning out, see ya.
We'll watch the retention rate.
That's
right off. Or it'll heighten.
Yes. Those guys are so personable, I just couldn't click off the stuff. You know that's going on. How you doing? How was your weekend? I haven't caught up with you in a little bit. You've been busy.
It was good. Haley's birthday was on Sunday.
Happy birthday, Haley. Let's see if I can get this right.
Happy 21st birthday to Haley. And by 21st, I mean 31st.
That's right.
You old shit.
Wow. You're sleeping outside, dude.
It's all right. I live outside some days, but she turned 31. We had a good birthday. I made her that tomahawk steak, made homemade mashed potatoes, and this really good honey cream corn that was incredible. And she keeps asking when I put it in. I tell her I can't give you the recipe because if I do, then when you kill me, like you're gonna know how to make my special.
That's bull semen.
Yeah, so I just can't tell you the secrets.
That's right. That's smart.
How was your weekend?
It was good. Tasha's mom is in town. So Tasha, for those that know, is half Korean, which makes her mother, due to math, is full Korean. So I've been eating like a pig. I mean, we've been having like marinated short ribs and bulgogi and fresh rice every day.
You're probably eating healthier though.
I would say yes, I'm eating healthier because I'm sort of eating more food in good quantities of food versus like eating like a good meal and then snacking on some chips later. Like there's I don't know if anybody else does that at home, but I'm nasty. I'll go to the gym and I'll eat right for dinner, and then that 9 p.m. hankering comes in. I don't know if it's like, you know, I've been seeing those videos like, take a shot of apple cider vinegar. I'm like, nah, I've got a nice shot of Cool Ranch Doritos to put down my gullet. So that's my weekend though. Nothing.
Cool Ranch is your go-to chip?
It's in the house right now. I don't know. What do you give me a quick top 3 chip. I mean, that's a great
Rapid Fire, Cheddar Ruffles. I do think Cool Ranch Doritos are up there.
Yeah.
And then either the Miss Vicky's jalapeno or salt and vinegar. I like those both.
So you're a 9 p.m. snacker like me. Other question I have for that. Top Doritos, though.
What was the purple bag? What's the purple bag?
Berkey's going to get pissed. He thinks...
Who cares? Berkey, not enough salt, too much salt. Berkey doesn't listen to podcasts.
He lives rent-free in my head with his opinions because he's so strong-armed about it. No, it's terrible, dude. It's the nacho cheese or the Cool Ranch. And he sounds like he's going to kill you if you don't answer the question. He's like an evil genie. You have 3 chances to tell me what the top 3 Doritos will be. But he's drunk and having a good time. So
yeah.
No, I would say purple bag for me. Actually, number 1 used to be Sonic Sour Cream. That's not available when I was a fat, happy child. Still a child, but that was one of my favorite Doritos of all time. Then I go Cooler Ranch when they actually used to make the seasoning on the chips because I am sounding like the old man in the room that I do not believe that they put the same amount of stuff on it. I think our eyes are not deceiving us. And then I think I go nacho cheese. I think that the last one is you got to go to Old Faithful. You got a sandwich, you got a hot dog, that nacho cheese. No free brand deals here, by the way. And I can't remember who did it online, but what did we put? We put a Facebook post out there, and somebody wrote
no free brand deals.
Hey, no free brand deals over here. So I am loving that people are picking up on that in the podcast.
Speaking of brand deals, we have a pretty cool thing that we're going to do for people watching on YouTube and now Spotify, that we can upload videos to Spotify. So I was listening to it on the ride to work today and saw the video, and it still kind of threw me off for a hot second. I'm like, wait, what?
Spotify has videos?
Yeah,
we unlocked it, remember?
Yeah, we achieved it. So many streams from all our faithful listeners. We finally unlocked the ability to put video in. But behind us, back here, we're going to run a zip line, basically where Denny Hamlin's flag is back there across, and we're going to be able to hang some sponsorship banners instead of you guys seeing a garage door back there. As a lot of people have reached out and asked about different levels of sponsorships and things like that.
Yeah.
It'll be a more budget-friendly option for everybody. So just want to throw that out there. We're working on that. I got the cable coming in tomorrow. I'll put that up and then reach out if you're interested in the spot.
Yeah, that's a great point. We've tried to open ourselves. We've been giving to a lot of businesses, and now businesses want to obviously reciprocate or continue to kind of link up with us and see if we can continue making some cool content. So yeah, that's one of the options for those of you that are interested in doing that. But let me tell you a little bit about today's episode. We got a little bit of roundtable here coming up, but tonight is an AMA special. We hinted at no guests. We hope you'll stick around because we've got some fun ones. You guys sent questions. We picked the best ones, and we're diving into everything from business and family to food truck stuff to transitions, small town rumors. We've got new restaurants coming up in town. People want to know what we think about and stories we've never told publicly. We've got big Mercer County updates, like I said, coming on deck. Craig Stammen just got promoted to manager, so we want to hear about that. The Moose takeover coming up that Gabe Archer's been spinning and cooking up over at the Salina Moose Lodge 1473. Open mic night at Gilbert Station, our little Kill Tony event, and much more. And then a little bit more serious news on this one, Bill. Bill is officially stepping away from the food truck. Bill Ray will be exiting the food truck this year. It's been a really fun adventure for this year. And so I'll give you his story. He'll give his story, and then I'll have my honest reactions on the air so you guys can hear us have a discussion about that. But all good things. And then to close it all out, we're running a charity game. We're getting up toward Thanksgiving, Bill Ray, and so we want to donate to Call Ministries. It's a local group doing amazing things for families in our community, and this is the perfect time, especially around the holidays. So to be honest, chaotic, unfiltered, and exactly what an AMA should be. So we say to you guys, welcome officially to the TwoDads podcast, episode 41. We're getting better and better at this.
Mitch is getting better at the buttons, that's for sure.
I had to label them all, so that's good. So one of the things that I brought up in that monologue, let's jump right into, Craig Stammen promoted. How cool is that to have him on the podcast? And then now just kind of dinking around, hey, you want to throw in a softball out there for him to knock out the park, and now he's a GM. What were your first thoughts on that when that happened?
I actually texted you and Rob. I got word pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, what are you, Adam Schefter over here? You did take...
according to my sources, Craig Stammen to be a GM coming soon.
It was funny because I had a guy, and I won't reveal sources because I don't know how he knew and if it's private information, but someone that I know.
You're a lead guy.
I like to keep my sources private.
Okay.
So he called me. He says, I got big news about Craig. And I said, what's that? And I said, just tell me. He's like, nope, you got to call me. I'm like, I'm at work. Just what is it? Like, let me know. And he's like, nope, you got to call me or I'm not telling you. I'm like, all right. Hey, what's up? What do you need? He's like, hey, Craig's going to be announced as the new manager for the Padres. I'm like, shut up. Like, they just, like, where did they, it came out of left field. But it's really cool. I mean, like, it's one thing, like, and I think I talked to you or maybe Rob about this. Like, the numbers that support a pro athlete from this area to be there is already slim, right?
Yeah.
So if you have 25, let's just say you have 25 on your roster, you probably have 40 guys for a baseball team that make it every year. Call-ups, call-downs, injuries. You multiply that by 30 teams, you're at 1,200 guys a year make it to the pros. There's only 35-ish managers. 30, then, 5 get fired throughout the year and a few get replaced. So to be a part of that is just insane that a guy
like the odds
30 miles down the road in Versailles, 25 maybe, whatever it is, got a managerial position. And I'm so happy for him because as a genuine guy, he's one of the coolest,
super cool,
and down-to-earth guys out there. And I think his leadership role within that organization will pay dividends. I'm also excited that he's got the opportunity at a pretty good roster to go win games.
Does he? That was my question too.
Like the Padres roster's in a really good spot. At least in my opinion, highly competitive. They have a lot of money that they've spent out there. They're not like the Reds that, pinch a penny.
Come on, dude. I'm not trying to cry.
But also, like, I did see that their ownership is selling the team, though. Like, they're looking to sell the team. So hopefully that just means nothing bad. Like, maybe they're just putting a stopgap in. Hopefully that's not what it is. So best of luck, Craig, to your family as well. I know moving from Versailles probably wasn't an easy thing after you just moved back. But Godspeed, sir. Best of luck. Go Padres. Dude, how cool would it be if we were able to, like, bring the setup out to, like, San Diego?
Say the word, Craig Stammen. Okay, first of all, Monty and Wally has been up my butt. Can we talk about that real quick? Stammen versus Stammen. In Salina, it's Stammen Insurance, Stammen. You go 10 miles down the road, there's Stammen. What's the answer? Is it colloquialism? Is it just It's just the way you say it, or is it actually Stammen?
I'm just gonna say it's Mercer versus Stark County.
That's kind of what he said. But I mean, I hear it in Salina. There's a lot of Stammens in Salina. Is that they're spelled the same?
I don't know.
You guys tell us in the comments how you say it, because I genuinely don't know. Monty's been attacking, like he's verbally attacked me in text multiple times. If not for my hair, it's for how I say Craig Stammen. Thank you very much.
My favorite is when Monty gets in our DMs on social media. She's like, "That's a cool picture, minus Mitch." Like he just rips on
His
you.
hair looks like he's going through a midlife crisis. Maybe I am. No. Another topic I wanted to get to in the roundtable section of this. Marco's Pizza is going into Ace Hardware. We just talked about new restaurants. We talked about, people up in arms with Wawa. Bill Ray, I ask you this. Great take on Wawa. How you feeling about Marco's Pizza? I've got some feelings on that one too.
As a whole, I'm not a chain pizza guy. I try to enjoy local bar pizza is my preferential piece. I like the squares. I like the thin pizza, a lot of toppings. Kind of upset about it. A little bit. I guess not really upset. I'm kind of indifferent, right?
I'm not pumped with it.
Like, I'm not upset with it. I'm not excited for it. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to Domino's before I'm going to Marco's.
Let me ask you this, Bill Ray, and here's a controversial take for the people that are listening at home. I do not like that Marco's is going in. I think it's just another chain. We lost Burger King. We lost Wendy's. We lost Casa. Of those three, I say that sucks that we lost Casa, right? Because that's a locally owned business. Now we're replacing it and backfilling with Marco's. I ask you guys this because I have an opinion on this. Do you think we're a Walmart town? There's a term that floats around that calls them Walmart towns, meaning all things sort of hover around the Walmart, and thus people build drive-thrus and fast food and fast casuals. Like, too many people are telling me, Hothead Burrito is the best thing I've ever heard. No, it's not. No, it's not. Why? If Hothead Burrito is your best spot in town, then you're a Walmart town. There's no other way around it. You're starting to idolize, like, I can't even get it.
Use your words.
You're starting to idolize the fact that fast food is better than other fast food in your town, right? So if that's the case, then there's not enough local. It's all chains, and you're a Walmart town.
Yeah,
Salina's a Walmart town. I'm sorry. We built around the super Walmart. That thing knocked down one Walmart across the street. They go across the street to build a super Walmart, and you're telling me we're not a Walmart town? What are your thoughts on that?
I generally agree, but there's a lot of heart in Salina, I would say, that definitely shops local and supports local. Like the wine store, the amount of people that go to the wine store is astronomical to me. Like, great food, don't get me wrong. Love the drive-through aspect. Love going through there and getting Mitch a pack of Marlboro Reds if he needs them.
Only when we go to Roberts.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sidetracks.
Sidetracks, yeah. So Roberts Western World. Shout out Nashville.
Shout out Kerry.
But yeah, I think overall, like they rally around that. But I think that whether financially or just an older generation that's stepping out of owning businesses, like, you need younger generations to step up and start a business, kind of like Logan did, right? Like, if Logan didn't take over the Willow, I don't know what the shelf life was on the previous owner, but I would guess within the last couple years or the next future years, the Willow probably would have shut down, right? Like, it's just the reality of it. You need next generation people to come in and fill those gaps, right? So Burger King, there's nothing there. Wendy's, there's nothing there. We have a Marco's and a Wawa now. But, like, that hole and that strip by Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Burger King. Yeah. And then the old pharmacy is gone, too. Yeah. Right there on there.
Perfect spot on the lake. Old Bob Evans.
Yeah. It's like the old Casey Jones is gone. It's now like a halfway car dealership thing. I'm not sure what's going on there.
That one I was okay letting go. I think the meat crawled on the floor over there.
But I'm just saying, like, that strip right there, it's
prime.
It's almost dead, kind of, from a business standpoint. And, we need people like Mitch to open a TwoDads restaurant in the old Burger King.
It's because we built everything around the damn Walmart.
That's true.
I don't know. I want your take at home in the Spotify comments, YouTube comments, or just hit us on Facebook with a clip that's probably going to come out. Do you think that Salina's a Walmart town? I just genuinely want to know. I've made my case, and I want to hear yours, and I think that's great. But speaking of change of ownerships, you said that there was no backfill of new businesses coming in, so corporations are sort of taking advantage of the space or not taking advantage of the space and moving out. My question to you is, did you see Cozy Campground was recently sold? There's an uproar now on Facebook that is sort of, there's a debate going on. And I'll let you jump into it. You're a little bit closer to it. But tell us about Cozy Campground.
Yeah, it's in my backyard essentially. Right across the lake right here. Quick little drive through Montezuma and you get to Cozy. I'm not a camper. I know
Same.
a lot of people that do camp and love
My
it.
dad.
And yeah, they people genuinely love it and good for them. I think it can be fun, but it's just not my style. I love going out, drinking beer, hanging out, cooking hamburgers and hot dogs, but it's just
I
not
could do
my
that in 6 feet from this podcast area. You know what I mean? And fall asleep in a bed in a luxury.
in a bed.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing, not my style. But I do think it's cool. I do like the people that go out there and they got their little communities and stuff. So when I saw that, I looked who bought it, and I kind of looked into the ownership group, as I am in real estate as well. Different type of real estate, but very interesting to see what their pledge was to not make changes, to keep the community strong and keep all the events and all those little things intact. And then I started looking at some of the comments on Facebook, and I get it. I understand every comment is half full, half empty, right? But there was a lot of people overly excited about it selling.
I saw that's I was hoping you were saying that because I saw both ways. I saw, oh, we're going to change everything that's good, and then I saw, good riddance.
Yeah,
no offense,
I don't know who the owners were. I have no
same.
dog in this fight.
Same.
This is and I'm not afraid to stand behind a hot take.
Sure.
But I'm just reporting out at this point. I'm just don't shoot the messenger. But it seemed like an awful lot of people were excited about a new ownership opportunity, whether that means new opportunities, better pricing, or just better owners. It's usually one of those three caveats. So it is kind of crazy what the world's doing around us. And I wonder if we're sitting on an economical bubble a little bit.
You think so?
I don't think so, but I know the world's worried about the economical bubble a little bit. A recession's been coming for a couple years, quote unquote.
Sure.
So I don't know if maybe they're like, hey, everything's high right now, and I'm going to sell as high as I can get it, and then it's not going to go any higher. But everything always goes back up.
I was just going to say the other side of that is like usually when those big buyers are buying, it's extreme fear phase. Like that's when so there's extreme greed phase when you're trying to sell high like that, and then there's extreme fear phase. Like your assumption in that is that maybe this campground offered a high dollar value and was like, yeah, let's cash out. Maybe it's not super valuable and like the opposites happen and someone's buying low too. Like I said, no dog in the fight, but usually the selling time when those big boys come in, they got themselves a good deal.
The one thing I do want to say is I don't know who the new owners are. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on the acquisition to the seller too, whoever the seller was. But I do think it will be a pivotal decision in our local area because Cozy is a beloved place.
Yeah.
And I'll go on this one, though. If I'm going to a campground, I'm going to Hex Landing. That is my campground of choice. I love going there, sitting in their little bar back there. Sigs inside, sometimes Sigs inside, playing some euchre and some cards. And it's like $1.75 or $2 canned beers, and it is great. Hex does a great job.
Where's this place at? We'll give them a free shout out.
Cozy or Hex?
Hex.
Hex is right down by Duckfoot's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similar thing. They got a bar on site.
Campground. They got a bar on site. It's nice. We'll go there. I'll take you there.
I would love nothing more than that. Bill texted me the other day. I'll set the sort of the stage for this. Bill texted me the other day, and I could sense that you were busy, right? I've got a good tune for you, and you've got a good tune for me. I could tell the exchanges were a little different. I could tell that something maybe was on your mind. I don't know that I could necessarily say what or what subject, but I could tell something was weighing on you. So we were prepping for the podcast or something or another for the food truck, and regardless, I shot something your way, and I just said, "Look, man, like, hey, everything good? Like, you seem, you're the 1% better every day. You're usually my engine. You're pushing us forward, and you're asking the next best question and keeping us honest and sort of hand up accountability. You guys have heard those mantras here on the podcast. But I noticed, I said, Bill, something's sort of off, paraphrasing here, and I just said, like, are you still having fun doing this? To which you replied to me, I don't think I have more time for this anymore. And that being the food truck. Tell me what goes through your head, because I think this is something that you listeners are probably sitting up in their chair and surprised because everything's going good with TwoDads. I will preface by saying I don't think anything's bad with this. This is sort of, you're getting to watch something beautiful, actually. You're getting to watch the natural laws of life shift and at the same time, how to balance personal from professional.
Yeah, I would say, the summer that I had was incredible. very hard decision, obviously.
What did you like about the summer? Just tell me what you liked about it, and then I want to hear about the
Dude,
decision.
I just love the community aspect of
Yeah,
things.
me too.
Obviously in the truck, there's antics and fun and all that stuff. But like the community outreach of things, like I'll never forget when I was at the WoW raffle and we overstaffed. We staffed 4 people in the truck intentionally, knowing the hectic day that was going to come. We brought an extra trailer just to hold all the prepped chicken and fries and everything else. And then I got a text from either Maria or Allison and said, we need help now. And I was there and I told Mitch, I said, I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to have a few beers. I'm going to mingle. I'm going to do my thing. But like, I'm going to keep checking every hour and make sure, hey, you need anything? And then about 4:00, and I got that text. And I went up there and I told Haley, I said, hey, I got to go check on the truck quick, something. I'm thinking I need to make more sauce or go get a couple buckets of fries or whatever. And then like they were out of everything. And the line was as far as I've ever seen it. Like you've seen some long ones. This is as far as I've ever seen it. And I just literally back and forth, trailer truck, making dad sauces, restocking napkins, waters, pot, everything we could do. And we still couldn't keep up. And then I had to run to Dollar General to get chips because we ran out of fries, which was wild. We thought we had more fries than we could ever do. So like I genuinely love that stuff, and everybody was so cool. Like I was talking to them online. I'm like, hey, sorry about hey, no, we get it. We understand. There's no issue. And then someone messaged me the next day, said it's the first time I've ever had 2 dads. It was a longer wait than I wanted, but the fact that the quality was still as good as it is with as hectic as it was like the most impressive thing. So like kind of talks true to like, hey guys, like consistency, make sure you're frying at this much, this temperature, everything goes out with the same eye for detail, and the quality overstood, that long wait, and everybody still stood in those long lines. So I genuinely love the interaction with people, going to events, hey Bill, what's going on, this or this, or hey Mitch, we get it back and forth. So that's probably what I enjoyed the most outside of just the generalized camaraderie of like the truck. Like even when we were at like the St. Mary's campground and like there was nothing going on, like me and Berkey were out front throwing football with some random kid. Like we had like, I'm not even joking, we were there 4 hours. We had like 9 customers.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a home run event.
Sure.
And like it was hot as hell. And Berkey and I were out front. And this guy's wearing like a Patrick Mahomes jersey. I'm like, hey, throw me one. And we
Hey,
literally,
Pat.
yeah, we threw like a triangle for like 45 minutes till the next person wanted to order something. And it's just cool because like it's fun. And like I think that's the most like we make it fun regardless. Like some days, don't get me wrong, we call it the chicken prison. But if you were in a truck for 12 hours serving chicken over top of fryer, sweating your rear end off for 12 hours, it does kind of suck some days. But that's
fights.
But that's not like, it's not why I did it. I took a new job 6 months ago in June. I'm going at that full speed. Full transparency. I have that as a full-time job. I drive 45 minutes each way to work. I travel to Toledo for work once a week. I do that. I do the podcast. I do the food truck. I have Holloway dumpster services. I help sell for Albert Sporting Goods. So there's a lot on my plate. And wisdom from Mitch too. Don't sacrifice your family for anything. And Haley never got in like a really weird spot where she was disgruntled or anything like that, because I think they enjoyed the food truck too. Like they love coming to the events.
Right.
Riker likes popping on the truck for a few minutes. And genuinely, like before I was part of this, like Haley's like top 5 favorite TwoDads fans. Like she just loves every bit of it. So do I, obviously.
She's awesome.
But looking at holistically, I just told Haley, and I said, like, I got to, like, restructure my life a little bit, and I really got to understand what's important. And I listened to a guy named Alex Ramosi, which is a pretty popular he's an influencer to a degree, but he's more just a business guy that, is using social medias to help prop that up. And he used a woman in a red dress theory. And basically, like, everybody will always pay attention to the woman in the red dress. It's like the eye catcher, like, ooh, look at that girl, or whatever. And it's like the next shiny object. So I guess I catch myself in a little bit of that. I want to offer myself and my services. I think I do really good work. I think I can help grow and scale things and put in processes to make things advance. So I did it with the dumpsters, I did it with this, I did it with the podcast. And like genuinely, like every ounce of me wanted nothing to do with leaving this podcast. But I knew there was a chance that the podcast went with the food truck. And like that was a decision that luckily, you and I worked through it pretty fluidly. There was no animosity there. I passionately enjoy TwoDads. I really do. I love you. I love the team. I love everything we built. but there's just not enough time. Like, I don't think everybody understands the time that goes into that food truck. Like, and I didn't even do as much as Mitch did. Like, I'm just being fully transparent. Mitch did 2x what I did, time in truck, or, time in prep, whatever you want to call it. Way more hands-on. I was more the behind-the-scenes guy, doing some stuff at home where I can work from home a little bit. But it's just a lot. So, whoever you replace that with, we'll look to hire people. And I can still say we. Like, I'll help with that. I know you talk with a couple things. Like, I'm still willing to help in any capacity. I just can't commit to things. And if I can't commit to it fully, like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to half-ass it. Like, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. It's the end of story. So unfortunately, I am going to exit the food truck. Maybe Mitch will get me out, to work in there a few events during the summer, maybe, just to stay around and, be around the people. But the day-to-day stuff like that, it's a lot. I'm still all in on the podcast. We're going to continue the brand as TwoDads Podcast. So I'll always support the food truck, always help in any capacity, and anybody else that works there. So appreciate everybody all summer long, like, genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everything everybody has said, did, messaged, supported, coming out, buying a sandwich, begging us to drive to Columbus and Cincinnati and all these things. Like, you need to come here and here. Like, it is a lot. But I do, the message for people, it's like a learning thing is take one thing you're really, really passionate about and go 150 miles an hour at that. Right? Like, I genuinely think I can give the adequate amount of time to this podcast and my full-time job and have no reservations in my heart. And I promise that to my employer as well. I have a big position there, a big role, and a big responsibility. And I don't want to short them. I don't want to short you. So we're going to continue to work on the podcast. We're going to continue to make it grow. We're going to continue to spotlight other businesses and, good things in the area. But whatever you do, always keep your family at the forefront. Keep yourself at the forefront, and genuinely go do one thing, but do it really fucking well. Like, that's it. And Mitch, if that's all you do and you go full under the TwoDads food truck, it's gonna grow, it's gonna prosper. But you have to be passionate about what you do, and you have to have the ability to do it to the fullest extent. So for me, that'll continue to be real estate. I think it's an avenue I can continue to be very successful in. And from a business and a financial side, it's probably what's best for me and my family. Which I get. But yeah, long-winded response.
It's good.
But I enjoyed it. And I know, your first reaction probably wasn't, I would have loved to see the face on you when you read the text, right? It was something that I would have wanted to talk about in person, but he kind of called it out a little bit. So I just wanted to kind of address it without leaving him hang there for 5 or 6 hours till I got off work. And he's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, I don't handle that well. No,
Yeah.
It's sort of like I just want to know what you're feeling, and I can wait till end to have the conversation.
Hey, Mercer County, it's Chris Moose season, the time of the year when the Moose steps out of the lodge and into the community. You'll see them helping families, dropping off surprises, and showing real holiday kindness where it matters. If something good happens around town and the Moose is behind it, it's probably Chris Moose. Inside the lodge, the good stuff keeps going too. The Moose has live music all week with talent like Lee Warren, Derek Schmidt, and Andy Miller, and Nightfall taking the stage. If you want a night out this weekend with great people and even better vibes, you'll find it there. To get involved with Chris Moose or just enjoy the music, stop in the Salina Moose Lodge 1473 today. Community, heart, and a place that actually feels like home.
I don't think that I prep for the worst, but I think, look, this podcast, as much as it's about giving back to the community, which it is, it's one of our core values, the other side is like giving back to myself. And there's two things that I really took away from my 2025 season, right? Like, as we look back on the season, we talk about the food truck, we talk about business. 2024, I always said, is my fly by the seat of my pants. It was learning how to work with somebody, didn't work out, parted ways there, right? Still figured out how to do every role well enough, right? And then realized I needed process improvement. I believe God dropped someone in my lap like you that says, I'm good at that. I want to help you. And I sort of I had that with open arms. But I think I've always held like that reservation that, like, I've already seen it not go well once, so I know it could not go well twice. I think sitting in this podcast, it's been such a blessing to hear a lot of people speak to us from a lot of different walks of life, a lot of different ventures in the world, a lot of different industries and thought processes and how they calculate. But it all comes back to very similar mentalities, very similar advices. I think people that listen to this podcast from week to week up to episode 41, they probably hear it too. The answers are a lot more simple than you think. And in your case, it was, I want to go 100,000 miles at this thing if I'm going to go at it, because What's the advice we hear? Do one thing really well. Think about that. Do one thing really well.
We say it on our own menu.
You were doing it 5 different things kind of well. But you have the capacity that if you gave any one of those something 100%, you would do them extremely well.
Yep.
You were sort of a jack of all trades, master of none. I found myself in that too. It's why I'm going through the same concept of like, I worked for a desk job and then I realized I don't really function in that. And then I go over here and I work consulting gigs with a little bit of desk job and I can't do that. And then I do my own business and I'm like, oh shit, like I can do my own thing here, right? I wanted to do that thing really well. And that's where TwoDads was born. You picked it up and made it better. Better than I ever could have imagined in myself because I'm sort of a great visionary, a poor executioner. And now I have the guidelines of how execution happens. So rounding that back to how I handled it really well. I was really relieved because in twofold, look, I could always use you in this business. No, everybody could use a Bill Ray. Everybody needs a Bill Ray when they start businesses. But in order for this to get to the next level, I also need to learn to be Bill Ray. There's no CEO that comes into any company that built it himself and says, I don't know how to do most roles. It's probably very rare. Like Craig Stammen got picked because he knows how to do most of the roles really well. He was like the 12th or 15th pick and the people they thought was going to get it. But he does know how to do everything pretty well, including be a ball player. And in my case, 2026 is about refinement. It's about understanding the foundation that you laid and understanding time and space and community. It's a lot deeper of a concept. If you can survive your business long enough, which we did 2023, 2024, 2025, right? Cool. 2026 in our next year after that, it's going to be a lot of refinement. And so when you said you were going to leave, I thought about myself. I thought about divorce. I know we talk about that as a topic. It's one of my bigger traumas in life, so you're going to hear it more frequently or as something that I have to reference upon. But I thought about the things that I did to get divorced. I thought about the time I didn't spend with my family or chased Twitch or chased all these things and these ideas and these... And so really what I was thinking when you said that I was happy for you because you found the solution earlier than I did. I'm here now. I know how to take care of my family. I know how to say no to the FOMO opportunities of going out or staying in or going to bed with your wife. I understand what those mean now. But a lot of it was because of people on this podcast, stuff I've gone through, and even things that you said. When I say that you make the truck better, you made every one of us better. You made everybody on that truck better. Berkey's better, Rich is better, I'm better, and we're better to a point where we can go without you now. Now, you'll still be in that consulting role, and I'm going to be calling you about how to handle receipts and stuff, and we're still doing this, but I would genuinely say I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Haley, and I'm happy for Riker, because I get the opportunity to come to this podcast weekly. I pop in the door. Riker's right there to greet me. He got me this little gift that you see if you're watching on YouTube, a little pickle I hung from my little... But that means he's happy. And you got a happy family, you got a happy wife, you got a happy house. Water where it grows, baby. Like, there's no sense in doing things that are going to disrupt that happy life. And Riker's only going to get older. It's things I think about with the kids. I live an hour and a half away. They're going to pick up sports soon. I'm going to have to figure out what to do. So who knows what TwoDads does one day. But I think living in the presence, and especially what Tom Burden said, one of my favorite episodes. If I have abundance and stuff, and I feel like you've helped me get to abundance, then I don't mind what you got to do, because you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I think a big thing, appreciate the kind words there too. Truthfully, I do. The big thing too, that comes into it is, you bring up sports with your kids, right? I mean, Riker's 8, started baseball last year, like travel baseball. 3 tournaments last year, right? This year will probably be 4, 5, or 6, right? And the year after will be 6,
10, 11,
6
12,
7,
yeah.
or 8, and it'll just keep increasing. He loves sports. I put a lot of time on my job, and right when I get home every day, the first thing is it's a ball glove, a football, a soccer ball. It's something. Can we go throw? Can we go hit? Can we go do this? And sometimes when I get back, I got a food truck event tonight. Hey, we'll do it tomorrow. And then you get home tomorrow, and you've been running on fumes, and then it's the last thing you really want to do. But you still, I view it very old school as like, as a dad and a father, like you just shut up and do it anyways. Like there's days I definitely don't want to do things. But I choose the hard decision usually, which is just not being lazy, to be honest with you. Like it's easy, it's easy to be lazy and just, hey buddy, let's watch a movie so I can sit here. And you doom scroll on your phone. You don't spend any actual quality time with them. Whereas now it's more like, like that zip line that we talked about earlier in the episode is a dual purpose. One, it will have sponsorship banners, but two, it'll have his baseball net that we can hit in this all winter, or hit golf balls, or he can throw and start pitching it if he wants to. It's just little things like that, you know, we decided we're going to have one kid. Like, I've got one son. That's it. Like, unless we adopt, I physically can't have kids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't want to lose any of those years, and, you know, and then reflecting back again to, like, you know, losing my dad young, you know, I lost my dad when I was 18. Jack was 15. So I think about that in the back of my head of, if I were to know what I knew then, and I only have 18 years, like, if I were to mock when my dad happened, I've got 10 more years of Riker. That's it. Like, I'm almost half done.
Yeah.
And then I think about it of him in high school. Then he goes to college. Then you don't see him as much. Then he gets a girlfriend. Then he gets a wife. Then he gets kids, and I only see him once a month, or he move away. So, like, truthfully, like, you just look at a lot of the stuff, and it's just like, what's important to me? Career will always be important. I'm very goal-oriented. But truthfully, it's the two that are sitting inside watching Dancing in the Stars right now. And it's, you know, it's Haley and Riker. And I just want to put all my energy towards that. I take a lot of pride in being the breadwinner of the family and being to support the family with what we do. We have a very comfortable living. And, like, that's really all I want to do. Like, I guess I've chased everything. I've done almost everything I want to do. And then, like, it was funny. I don't know who said it. But if everybody, I think it was Jim Carrey, if everybody realized what all their goals and aspirations were, and then they get it, they realize it's not that great. Yeah. And it's like, I just want to go back to being simple. And, like, I think I've reached that where I'm just like, all I want to do is come home, hang out with my family, go on the boat, you know, do fun things, and just spend time, because, like, at the end of the day, no one's going to remember what car I drove. No, maybe they will. Helen, she's up to 410,000,
dude.
410,000. So they might remember Helen. However, if I asked you, you know, what your third car was, you couldn't rattle off the top of my head.
Yeah, it would take a little bit.
It's not important. So I do. It's a pretty good time to open up. I do like, you know, talking to people about this stuff. The support Mitch gave me on the flip side, you know, I never thought it would go sour. But you never know, right? Like, you genuinely have no idea how
maybe
people...
if I wasn't as healthy now as I was not before.
If it was preseason, I think it would have been a different answer.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
I think you've done a lot of growing in a mental capacity. You know, sometimes we craft responses together to people, right? Like,
I need help.
Where he's like, hey, like I don't want to sound too brash about this or that or this. And he's like, what are your thoughts? And I said, this is kind of how I am. And then I just put the facts out there. And, like, well, here's the facts. Like, it's black and white. Right? Like, I always joke, like, I'm in real estate, rent's due on the 1st. You didn't pay on the 1st? Okay, well, here's the consequence.
Here's the facts, yeah.
And then they're like, well, I'm not going to have anywhere to live. It's the holidays. And I hate that. I hate that I got to do these things sometimes. But at the end of the day, if you don't pay your bills, power gets turned off, cable gets turned off, electric, everything. And then eventually, you know, the bank takes your house, or your landlord takes your real estate and your home. And it's unfortunate, but it goes back to accountability, right? You sign a lease, it's your responsibility. I sign up as a dad, as a husband, it's my responsibility to take control of any of actions I have. So it's really good.
I'm happy for you, man. Like, it's great. Everything that you say, you know, it just resonates with me, because, you know, I think about that memorability. What do I want to do right now? Look, I don't get as much time with my children at this moment. Who knows what I can make changes or make money? Like, the food truck is so many facets of, I'm trying to make money by healing through my community, using the time that I have now, because I have an abundance of time because my children are away, right? And I still drive to Columbus frequently during the week. It's not like I'm not trying to be an involved dad, and I'm a damn involved. Trust me, I beat myself up enough for 5 good dads. But it's about healing through community with abundance of time. It's about giving back to them while I have time. And at the same time, it's about making money so that I can be closer with my kids, or make sure that I make good on the promises that I've made to give them a healthy life, a good education, a good schooling, and to be able to afford the gas to go see them. So I'm happy for you. I think everybody listening here appreciates everything that you've probably done for the truck, for what they see and probably can hear. I know personally, buddy, I wouldn't be here across from you as healthy as I am, and as healthy as I know that you trust that I am now, without you.
I appreciate that. It's a good win. The whole summer was a win. A lot of good memories, a lot of good relationships. The podcast came out of that, and we'll see where we can take this. But
we got more, though, buddy.
I generally feel like we can take this podcast to an opportunity where we could both do this for a living. I know that's probably years away, and it takes a lot of consistency. It's funny. I was coming home yesterday, and one of our guests backed out. They got sick, so we didn't have the guest. We had one lined up, and they got sick, which it happens. It's getting cold in Ohio too, so and I was almost like, yes, like I did not.
I was pumped.
Dude,
I was pumped.
I would have strapped the boots up and I'd have done a great episode. But there are days, guys, that I tell you, like you come in and you just don't have the juice. You had a tough day at work. You didn't sleep good. Had a long weekend. Whatever the issue may be. But then I came in the day and was like, hey, I called Mitch and I was like, hey, what are we gonna do for this episode? Like, are we gonna find a guest last minute? And then we came up with this idea and we're like, dude, let's just do like a Q&A with the fans. Yeah. And you put the post out and we got like 30,
thank you guys.
30 responses.
I didn't know people were going to answer. I am constantly astonished and floored and grateful for this community because you guys keep responding. Like, I know we're putting a good product out here. We're at least trying our best.
Yep.
We beat ourselves up, and there's show notes, and there's prep, and there's bookings, and there's considerations of what guest goes where, and bringing people from out of town in town. We hope you see it. Comments like that show me you do see it. And I just want to say thank you from that end. So regardless of what's going on in the intrinsics of the relationships and how we do the podcast and how we're growing this thing, it's very cool because they did do that for us, Bill, because I've got a list of the 13. If you guys have been sticking around the podcast, we talked about it earlier. We have 13 of the finest AMA questions. That means ask me anything from the people in the community. So we're excited to share with you questions. We'll name the people who have shared with us on Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. We'll probably do these more frequently, but these are nice little milestone markers. It's nice to just take a break, like you said. It's nice to not have to set up all the millions of equipment to get these guys in, to worry about all the tech and be your own support and your own things when it goes wrong. Because believe me, Murphy's Law, if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. But I will say, we have some fun AMA questions, Bill. I'm excited to jump in the back half of this little mini pod with you. To talk about some of these questions. Are you excited? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I pre-read them a little bit.
Did you get a little bit of it?
Yeah, I was on Facebook a little bit too.
On Facebook, because I didn't share the notes too early with
No,
them.
not the notes, through Facebook. So I know you grabbed some of them. But as I was watching that viral reel, the...
Shout out Billy. Right now, just real quick. Shout out to my friend Bill. He's about to go #1 TwoDads clip all time, a hot take made on Facebook. And all he really did was, it is, to be fair, it is the thing we all say. Hey man, if we're in, Bill, let's role play real quick. So here's a reenactment of it. I'm from Mercer County, Ohio.
Yep.
You're from Nevada. We are now in Vegas, and I bump at you in a poker table. Hey man, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad. What are you up to?
Just losing my ass here. I just had Pocket Kings, got busted on a river card.
Yeah, we just got into town. I'm excited to start gambling.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah, like Columbus.
No. Do you know Ohio a little bit?
Yeah, I mean Cincinnati.
Yeah. You said you said you know a little bit about Ohio?
I mean, I know it. I've been to like a Reds game and an Indians game. So I know like Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati.
Okay. Yeah, we're about an hour and a half northwest of Columbus, an hour north of Dayton, south of Toledo, about an hour or 2 hours.
So you're like Bowling Green?
Sure. That's a big. I know so many people are in the car at work are going, yep, been there.
That's pretty much where you were.
No, I know Ohio. I know. Don't tell me. I know those spots in Ohio.
Yeah.
Dude, you're from Kentucky. There's no shot you know where Mercer County in Ohio. Are you talking about Marie Stop Marion Locals Division 7 state championships? They don't deserve that. They need to be in Division 2 taking on Mercer and giant Cincinnati teams and St. Ed's.
I think Marion actually, they tried to schedule Ohio State next year, but
no, it wouldn't do it.
OHSA wouldn't let them.
They'd lose on the line. Our quarterback would be fine. The receiver's fine. They'd lose in the trenches. No, okay, so we have AMA questions. We have a one per person. I'm going to name these people. We'll just do like a little fun one. Let's just start it off fun. This isn't the end of the podcast, so I'm sure there's some Pavlovian stuff. People are like, oh, well, turn it off. I got to go. No, let's actually nix that. The music's gone. Okay, first question comes from Jeffrey Braun. Friend of mine, friend of the stream, friend of the brand, neighborly. Geoffrey. How does Mitch and Bill cook their steak? Do you do a reverse sear? That's question number one. Hard-hitting questions.
I just cooked a tomahawk steak for my wife for her birthday on Sunday, so shout out Haley again. I have multiple smokers, so on a regular cut of steak, I will usually cook it low and slow on a smoke setting for about 10 minutes. and then I will crank it up to 450, and then get a pretty good sear on the outside. And then something for like a tomahawk, I put it on the smoker for like 30 minutes, pretty low, and then I actually get the big green egg out, and I go like not necessarily caveman style. I don't put it on the coals. But I do basically stack the coals up extremely hot and then get a super crispy cut on the outside. But to further that, like the only two acceptable answers are medium and medium rare for steaks. Anything else, you can get the hell out of my TED Talk.
I do a medium rare, and however the Google thing at the time tells me to do it. Next question. Corey Everman writes, what are your top 5 Mercer County attractions for people not from here? Great question.
Dude, that's an incredible. I think I commented on this one. I said that's a really good question, so I'm glad you put that on here.
Okay, let's do like it for the sake of not naming 10 things and having to go back. Let's do this together, you and me. So we'll do sort of like a reverse back and forth snake draft style.
Cool.
You go first.
Okay.
You're not from Mercer County.
I'm from Allglaze, but I'm now a resident.
What are
of
we
Mercer.
gonna do over there? What's there to do? I'm coming to town.
I'm gonna take the layup answer,
Okay,
because it's the most obvious one. I feel like, and man, I'm afraid even to say obvious these days.
Don't do it. You're gonna get roasted.
People are gonna
online.
eat me up in the comments.
What was that? They're gonna eat.
Yeah. TwoDads, not like that.
Ew.
I'm going with the lake.
Just the lake in general.
Just the lake in general. I would be remiss, Bear, to not mention the Salina Moose Lodge 1473 as one of the main attractions on the lake.
That's well said.
My personal favorite bar, restaurant, family fun center on the lake.
Top attractions out of town. Okay. All right. You know, most of my stuff is Maria Stein. It's Salina area. That's kind of where I'm ish, Coldwater a little bit. I would say if I was coming into town, I'm just thinking if I'm staying in Salina or like that lake area, I'd probably send you to try, because I think of restaurants.
Yeah.
I'd probably send you to the wine store. I think that signifies a lot of Salina.
What's the most Mercer County area answer ever?
I think I would send you to the
I'm
wine
going to
store.
send you through a drive-through.
Yeah.
Can I go in and eat? No.
Don't go to the Wawa. They'll get you with a pitchfork. No, I think the wine store, I've got a lot of, I think that might be a lot of like nostalgia with it though. I think you got to go there and just get some classic bowling alley style pizza, that tavern style, just that square cut. It's been good for a long time. I know when locals come from out of town or they would come to the food truck, which was a crazy ass question. When we were out at on West Bank Road at the first year of the food truck, they'd be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, what can I get for you? They're like, no. What's there to do in town and eat other than you, food truck man? Okay, so I'm taking wine store number 2, lake number 1, wine store number 2.
I'm going to. I can't not say it. I was trying to dance around it, even though it kind of ties the lake. I have to give credit to Boardwalk Village.
You have to.
I have to. I know I said the lake, and you went with a restaurant.
It's touristy. It's good though.
So like, if I have any of my friends up on the lake, like I have to bring them to the Boardwalk area. You know, whether that is Shipyard. You know, I've took some guys there. The golf simulators there before. No free brand deals, even though it kind of sounds like it. But then I mean, also like I said, just Boardwalk Village in general. I think that one's definitely up there. But the next response can't be from Salina. That's 3 in Salina.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm thinking outside of town. Like, where would you take them? I mean, let's just have an open dialogue here. I'm sure there's people at home screaming at us.
I got a good one. As the golfer I am.
The Bicycle Museum?
That's in Allglaze County.
Damn it.
Shout out Jim Dickey.
Come on the podcast.
Come on the pod, Jim. Come on the pod, Kerry
Don't
Roberts
be a wuss.
Sr.
Yeah, senior.
Senior.
Yeah. All right, give me another one.
I would go
Marion local football field? I'm serious. That's not bad. Go to a Friday night football game.
I would probably argue that I would go to the Mercer County Elks. Like, just as a golf course, like it's just something to do. Like, do you want to go golfing? I would take
Elk's a good
the
one.
Mercer County Elks over the Salina Lynx.
So you hit up the lake, you hit up the wine store for some quick grub, you hit up a golf round at the Lynx. I like that. I like that a lot.
We got any nature stuff out there? Any nature stuff that we can go and...
Is there any nature stuff in?
Nature. Oh, I got a good one. Might not make top 5, but maybe they're on the up and coming. I think the tours that were given at MVP Dairy were incredible.
Oh, those are good ones.
Like, yeah. I do think that
it does kind of signify Mercer County. I mean, we are a dairy-based spot, so like I think that's
This is a really good question.
This is a really good question. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other things that you can do around town. I was thinking of like go to a Marion local football game versus Coldwater like on a Friday night. I don't know if that technically counts, but that's a pretty good like event to go to.
Honorable mention: Friday night fish fries.
Church on Sunday.
Churches are huge.
All right, so let's.
We're not helping you out here, Mercer County. So
No, we're not.
I'm going to reach out. Corey Everman, that is an incredible question.
Yep. Give us your attractions if you were to bring someone into town.
Yeah. What do you guys suggest? And when we bring Tyler from our previous episode back for episode 100,
We'll take him on the tour.
We're going to take him on the Two Dads World Tour of Mercer
that.
County.
Last one, I'm going to take him to Chickasaw Recycling Center. Just throw some cans and some fucking.
Hey, Brew Barn.
Brew Barn's a pretty good one.
Brew Barn would
shout
be
out to
one
Brew
that
Barn. Brew Barn's
I would
pretty
say.
good. Yeah, I would say Brew Barn. I would take if I had to do it. I'm just going to run through the list. The
You would
lake.
just take him to food places. We
Yeah,
know.
I know. Lake. Grab some wine store. Well, I would take him to TwoDads food truck. That doesn't technically count.
Nah, yeah, was
Lake,
skewed result.
wine
from us.
store. What was your third one?
Golf.
Golf
Mercer
at
County
the Elks. I would take him to a Friday night football game.
Yeah, that would be a probably.
I just feel like you got to do that. And then what's the last one? What are we agreeing on the last one? If we can move on.
Let's go MVP / Brew Barn.
All right, there you go. One of those two. That's our top 5. Great answers, by the way. Love those. Okay. Ash Piersdorf writes, if you had a reality TV show, what's the theme song?
The podcast or Bill and Mitch personalities?
Bill and Mitch. I would just use the number one, which, by the way, fun fact for people, I would use that. And I want to tell people why we use that. So on the Rodecaster Pro, we've never told this story. It's a pretty.
I don't think we've said it on air.
So one of my favorite stories back in the day, there's a band called the Gorillas, okay? And you can go look up the viral clip. It's one of my favorite clips I've ever seen, okay? Damon Albarn is the lead singer of the Gorillas. They sing that Clint Eastwood. And I'm happy. I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine. Everyone's probably heard that lyric, right? Well, that doom, ding, 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 ding. That is just the preset Rock 1 on an Omnichord, which is just like an old like musical instrument piano looking thing. It's just the preset Rock 1 button. It's just a little beat that you can play piano over. Well, this one right here is just the song built into the podcast. It's just built into the thing. And I thought, we were talking about, Mitch, what should we do for the intro song? What should we do for this? And I just literally said, like, it's the preset Rock 1. It's the preset one that comes on the Rodecaster Pro, and I don't care.
The amount of time we spent when that Rodecaster was broke. And
I was writing stuff with AI.
We tried so hard to find the perfect song, and nothing really resonated. And then when we finally got this damn Rodecaster Pro in, he hits it. I'm just like,
this is it.
dude, we should just go with this.
Go with it.
And we're like, yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to the TwoDads Podcast. I'm your host, OG Pickle, Mr.
So-
Beast to my left and Remiss on the right.
But if I had to go with one
Okay.
that was not pre-programmed into the Rodecaster Pro,
Yeah.
because it says a reality TV show.
Yeah, I got one.
What's the theme song?
Reality.
I'm 100% stealing the Cheers theme song.
That's a good one.
Sometimes you gotta go where everybody knows your name.
It's beautiful. It sounds great because we can
Boom,
monitor
boom,
our
boom.
mics too, so it just sounds insane in my ear. The other one I was going to go with was Step by Step.
Step by step, day by day.
That's such a good song. All right, Maverick Long, King of the Corn, writes, who would win in a fist fight, Dale Sr. or Bobby Knight? Okay, dude.
I'm going prime on prime. Like, I have to picture them in their prime. And I think that Bob Knight would do some ass
I think
whooping.
Bob Knight
I really do.
bites his ear off like Mike Tyson. Great question from Maverick. Brett Adkins writes, when can we expect a TwoDads bar on Grand Lake St. Mary's? Because that would be where I would take people when they come into town. I don't know. Back when the Sub Shack, before the Sub Shack was Sub Shack, and the upper deck was going up over there on the 127 shipyard area, we were dancing around a restaurant. There were some pretty early conversations, but TwoDads almost moved in there.
We did. Just a commissary
Yeah, and then
kitchen.
we settled for the commissary kitchen, but we almost started a restaurant. I don't know, man. I think part of the allure that is TwoDads is that you don't get too much of us. I think it's like, if I was available every day, do you think people would eat there every day? Like, I don't know. Would you get tired, or would you get annoyed of us? Like, is it to become a luxury, becomes like a commodity? Like, I don't know. What do you think, Bill?
I truthfully do believe some of the specialness that we present the population is the
Flash in the
scarcity.
pan.
The
Yeah.
scarcity. Like, I still think numbers would support that. Look at any restaurant in Salina; it still does well. I think we could compete and do a really good job. But genuinely, I think a lot of the magic is in the scarcity.
Me too.
Like I love it. Like you got to come
You're
find
gonna
us.
run out, dude.
and
You better get your ass over here.
And that's the other thing. One is like we did a lot better stocking this year.
Yeah, we
we
did.
did not run out near as much. And if we did, it was later in the day, or we had a record day, whatever it would have been.
Yeah.
But now you got to come find us. We're not just at Boardwalk. You got to come find us. And then you got to beat the crowd there before we sell out. Like the day that we were over in Maria Stein at the Dairy.
We are doing that more, by the way. One of the things that I will say, just real quick segue, we're going to start doing less main events and doing more smaller events in Maria Stein. Like that, you guys have proven to be the super fans. Like without a doubt, you have supported us through thick and thin, through small raffle thing to like posting up at a milkshake stand, a dairy station. I'm just teasing here. I'm being funny, but we're going to do more accessible events. You don't have to get up and buy tickets to this thing to come see us. We're going to come to like small town events, probably once a week or twice a week. Like we're going to be much more accessible during the midweek stuff next year.
And I'm not I know I'm officially exited the brand, but I gave Mitch a really good pitch for what we should do next year. So if he can execute on that and staff it accordingly, well, I think there's a really good plan of attack for 2026. And I don't want to expose that, but I do want to hype it up a little bit.
Keep listening, folks.
3 brand deals for TwoDads, though.
Bingo. Bud Boniface writes, any future plans of selling dad sauce by the bottle?
That's what I'm planning on doing now that I'm out. I took the recipe and I've already started mass production.
Son of a gun!
No, I mean, that's a good one for Mitch. I have asked him this, and there was some intricacies of some storage rules and like some health code stuff.
The answer is yes. We actually are looking at that. I'm looking at doing a couple things. Bottling it one, but in the beginning, what I want to do is I want to do mini bottles. I think we want to give out free bottles that are like commemorative next year, like a glass little mini bottle. Not like the tiny, tiny hot sauce, but like a little bit, like the ketchups. You know, the little mini ketchups?
Like a little shooter?
The little
like a
glass
liquor shooter?
Not like, they're kind of like in a nice little glass bottle. You probably get like 2 dollops or like one good serving of it. Maybe like 8 ounces, something like that. It's a smaller bottle, but I want to give like commemorative bottles. I want to do like, hey, come to the food truck this week at this thing, and we'll give you a commemorative bottle, because I think people will take pictures with them. They'll collect them like they did the hot sauces. They'll take pictures around the world with this weird little hot sauce bottle or this weird little dad sauce bottle. So the answer to Bud on that one is yes. We will be doing bottles, I think, next year. I just have to give a call in the off season, and I'm going to see what the capabilities are. Gabe Archer writes, who's the better athlete, Bill or Jack? And for those that don't know, Jack is Bill's brother. Who's the better athlete there, Bill or Jack?
It's funny that Gabe asked that, because I'm pretty sure Jack's golfed with Gabe before, and this has been a drunk debate many, many times. Jack's a really good athlete. He's been able to adapt to anything and kind of get good at it through repetition. But I think the big brother in me lets him know any given day, any given moment. I think
Jack,
across the board, I'm more athletic.
Good.
Jack's a better golfer. Jack's a better
athlete.
bowler. I think I'm just more of a natural athlete and things.
Yeah.
And if not, like Jack, if you ever listen to this, which I don't think you listen that often, somebody call Jack, tell him what I said, and then we'll have a one-on-one Ray Cup edition of
beautiful
athletic awards, and we can do it at the shipyard.
Let's live stream it. All right. Amber Mott writes, what are your top 3 favorite memories you've made so far? We'll go back and forth. We'll do this one similar to how we did the other ones. I think my number one is getting the podcast off the ground. I think this has made so many memories, so many laughs, so many things that I like walk away that my brain hurts. So my first round draft pick is getting the podcast off the ground. It was nothing, and now it's really something. Like, I remember talking to you in the garage and being like, dude, we should do the podcast. You're like, great, I'm in. I've got this perfect bar, and I came over to the garage. I'm like, this is going to work. And Bill's got this beautiful Tri-TV station.
We threw the idea around of doing it in your basement, because you had like all the streaming equipment.
Yeah, screw that.
And then you're like, nah, dude, like dads belong in a garage.
Bingo.
That was going to be my answer for 1, so I agree with that. Number 2 was the WoW raffle.
Oh.
So between like the food truck,
again, Ryan.
the food truck event itself, that just murdered it in a good way. And then the live podcast on stage, we saw Craig Morgan was back there watching us.
We opened for him.
Yeah, we opened for Saul Creek and Craig Morgan, just to let you guys know, in case you haven't seen our decorated resume yet. Number 3?
Let me think about third. What would be third? I think third for me might be a little... I think it's both. I think it's the growth along the way. I think I grew a lot in a more operationally savvy, less emotional, more understanding of how things probably actually work and getting out of my own way. I think conversely, you've learned to be a little bit more emotional and you are a little bit more patient with things with a different type of person. And look, your growth of you saying, I need to step away from the business, that's an amazing growth. That's not a loss. That's a loss to the business, sure, but it's amazing growth. And I think that's my third favorite thing.
I think that's a pretty good answer. But for fun, I think the third favorite memory was an entire season of DM messages
About
text
the salt?
and salt with Berkey.
I knew it was coming, dude.
Like, I have so much fun with that because we saw Berkey at the MMA fights. And
he had a blast.
And we all had a great time. So shout out Shipyard for putting that on. That was a really fun event. And
I'm proud of him, too. You don't talk about growth. He's kicking ass.
Like,
dude.
I
He's
will
awesome.
say, from that fair day where he, was under the weather, dehydrated and hungover from the day before, and making strides to take care of his body a little bit more and lean in, and he really wants to be part of the truck, and he's
an amazing part of the truck.
He's a huge part of the truck, but he wants to be there, and he's even kind of asked how I get better, and he took a lot of accountability the one time where we didn't shut the truck down properly. Okay, and when I say that is, we didn't have a procedure.
Right.
So we failed to prepare ourselves as managers, Mitch and I.
Agreed.
And then Berkey, me, and either Rob or Allison, I don't remember, we shut the truck down, but we didn't store the sauce right. And then when it moved in transit, it busted out and there was dad's sauce everywhere.
Oh, God.
And, Mitch did a 90% good thing. He lost his cool for about 10%, and then he came down and he was like, hey, I get it. Like I said, we just need to put something on paper. Each person needs to know what they need to do to clean up. And ever since we did that, Berkey used to just kind of stand around because he's like, I don't want to get in your way.
Right.
And now he's like, no, I know I need to fold the chairs. I need to get the coolers done. I need to do this.
I'm so proud of my friend.
And it's so good. So shout out Berkey.
Shout out Berkey. He doesn't get enough love. He gets a lot of the brunt of the other side. He gets a lot of like the salt or like, this or that. Like the real answer is everybody got better this season. My MVP right now, Jordan Berkey. All right. Charlie Steinbrenner writes, is 3i Atlas more than just a comment, dude? If you guys listen to the Adam episode, Adam Rammel episode, that was 2 or 3 episodes ago, I brought it up that 3i Atlas was coming around the sun, and I didn't really lean into it because I didn't gain any interest from the people in the room. They were sort of like, yeah, what the hell are you talking about? It's a comment? All right, cool. Conversely, it has a lot of movement and a lot of different properties that says it's not a comet, and it's looking a lot more alien-like. It's also weird that the government is sort of prepping us with different alien things, and now they've got spokespeople that are coming out of the woodworks. If you've seen it on Rogan's podcast recently, like they're declassifying shit and just letting people go talk, and they're not exactly hiding it anymore. So I don't know. My opinion right there, 3i Atlas is more than a comet, but I know that is converse to, spirituality. I'm a God-fearing man, but I also know that, like, dude, things can just be things. Like, I don't know. I'm sort of just in free flow, but do I think 3i Atlas is more than something? Yes. Am I going to go worship it like a deity? No. I just got to continue running a food truck. So what do you think, Bill Ray, before we jump to the next?
I don't think Neil Armstrong landed on the moon.
Which means 3i Atlas could just be this weird thing above the domes, and we're just a flat Earth society. Who knows? Brooke Brown, amazing, Salina Moose Lodge 1473 writes, would you get your mentor tattooed on you? Who's your mentor, Bill?
My mentor has always been my father, and then conversely, if he's not around, my grandpa's always.
Mama don't know won't hurt her.
My grandpa has always been a really good mentor of mine. But to answer the question, my dad, who did not believe in piercings at all on men and did not believe in tattoos in any capacity, threatened to whoop my ass if I ever came home with an earring or a tattoo. So in honor of him, I'm going to say no. I would not get my mentor.
I'm not going to get one either. I don't get tattoos. I mean, there's got to be something really impactful, and a mentor is a kind thing, but I still get the option to choose whether I want to take their advice or not.
Yeah.
Something I get tattooed is permanent. That kind of takes away the choice of it all. While I will value their input, I am not going to tattoo them on my body. Jeff Rigling writes...
Riggs. Shout out Riggs.
Riggs. What is in store for the Two Dads crew this winter?
I think the most fun thing that we've got in store, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, the open mic night, like the Kill Tony style thing with Spank.
At Spank's Gilbert Station. Spank just texted me back, yes, we're doing it this winter.
Yep.
We have to get lunch soon, so I got to get on your schedule and figure out when you're back around and when you can do it. But we've gotten the green light. We'll probably sell some cheap tickets to go in there. We'll invite people to be either a participant or a viewer, and then me, Spank, and Bill will sit up front and judge some comics and make some jokes. I'll probably host it. And then Zach Rosenbeck and Isaac Busher have committed to playing some tunes out there in that little spot. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the first one's going to be cramped and heavy and a lot of beer drinking and goofy and everything can go wrong. It probably will go wrong, but we're going to have a lot of fun. So that's one of the examples. The other one, Gabe Archer from the Moose and Brooke Brown have brought up the Salina Moose Lodge 1473 TwoDads takeover, where their kitchen shuts down on Mondays. They want to have us out there to do a special maybe podcast episode or trivia or something where we can participate, but TwoDads will be on the menu. So we will do our our fries and our chicken with dad sauce out there. So you can just order off of a very simplified menu of chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, and you'll have a TwoDads takeover of the kitchen.
I'll be on staff for that one still.
You got to do that. You got to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
You can at least be a server.
Yeah, like I'll be out and about. Like, I'm
so
not,
maybe we'll do like a
that.
podcast out there during it. I haven't really decided, or we'll just go out and watch the game with you guys, and maybe we'll beg Brooke and Gabe to give us like a really good beer special, like $2 for TwoDads off or something off of like domestics or something like that. We'll find something fun, and then beyond that, we're really cracking down on the podcast. We're getting new sponsors. We're adding new segments. We're adding maybe additional guests and additional bookings and a lot of really fun things that I think will enhance your listening, viewing, and watching experience, whether it's new cameras or different angles. Like, I don't know. We're still putting it all together, but I can tell you with the exit with Bill, we already are sharper.
I think the one thing that I look forward to is the interaction with you guys online and in socials. And I think I kind of unlocked it like these last 2-3 weeks. We've had some clips go pretty close to viral. I'll call them viral for us.
They're viral. 100,000 views is viral, dude. I
don't know how to quantify that, right? I'm just not that social media savvy, excuse me. But like, I genuinely think like you guys interacting with it in this episode is one of the most fun episodes I've had because, we get to give back to you guys that listen to us and it's fun. It's a two-way conversation. So doing the thing with Spank and having people out and about and getting to participate in this open mic joke night, like I don't know what it's going to present, but I think it's going to be really damn fun. Right?
I had somebody yell at me. I was going to the bank. Okay, I don't know who this was, and if you listen to the podcast, I'm sorry I didn't get a good look at you. Somebody was in like a utility.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, reveal yourself in the comments. Was in like a utility vehicle for the city. And I'm literally getting out of the bank and I just deposited I won some money finally gambling when I was up in Michigan this past weekend. I was with editor Josh. And then I came back and I was getting in my car and somebody goes, "Pickle!" Which means that they aren't calling me Mitch, so they know me probably from this. There's like different angles to this. And I look over and first thing, you know what I said to him? "Hey, how are you?"
See, I'm telling you.
And they
Timeless.
just wave, but I mean, they see the hair, they see the jacket or the car, whatever. Like
the hair,
it's there. But yeah, it was pretty cool, and I'm excited to stoke more of that because I like to celebrate with the community. I like the community is happy enough that they want to say hi. It's not an ego thing. It's just like I'm very thankful that you listen to this content and you want to at least say hi. That it's struck enough that you feel one, that you recognize us, and two, that you're comfortable saying hi. So I think that's really cool. So we're stoking more of that, Jeff. Riggs in the winter. And then last one, Steven Singer writes, best fried chicken, bone-in specifically, in Mercer County.
I don't do a lot of the bone-in chicken, not by choice, but maybe by availability because I'm kind of blanking on who has good bone-in chicken. I know my father-in-law has had good bone-in chicken from Southside over in Coldwater. Now they just changed owners. So Todd Riegelsberger and I forget his business partner name, but shout out them. Congratulations on the new business. No free ads. But then also Sunnyside down the road.
Okay,
they used to be known for that. So I don't know if the new company that took it over there is still doing the chicken. But I'm going to go Sunnyside.
Bone-in fried chicken. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I haven't had bone-in fried chicken in a while unless it's at like a homemade thing, like a Thanksgiving or like, I don't know, like a American Legion like wedding thing, which is always pretty good.
Yeah, I guess weddings are usually a common thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have potatoes and like fried chicken there. I'm not the one to answer. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. So
I'm going to ask you guys. Tell us where we should go for best fried chicken bone-in in Mercer County. Mitch and I'll go there and we'll test it out. We'll test a couple out.
I bet it's in a church basement. That's my guess. It's going to be some fish fry, chicken fry thing. You know what I mean?
Bottom of the Marion Legion every third Thursday.
Well, that concludes our AMA portion of the show. That was a lot of fun. We're going to do that a lot more. I really enjoyed the questions. And to be honest with you, for as little time as we gave people, that was a pretty good questions that came out of it. And I appreciate you guys asking the questions.
Yeah.
I've got some questions for you, Bill, as we wrap up this episode. It's the game show intro. This one's going to be a little different. I want to start doing this more as we're heading into the season of changes, and, this is a mile marker. Bill Ray, welcome to the Local Legend Challenge, the only game show where the questions are local, the answers are questionable, and every right answer helps us donate this week to Call Ministries for Thanksgiving. Again, part of the thing that I want to implement in the game show as we get sponsors and ways to give more money through you guys will be to do more giveaways based on our game show. Let's make the game show high stakes. And this was our first chance. Bill, don't embarrass your county, okay? I'm going to give you the name of a business. These are some sort of layups, but they'll be okay. I'm going to give you information about them, and you're going to tell me the name of the location. Are you good with that?
Like the name of the town?
I'm going to have you name the business.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So this is Name That Place, the Local Legend Challenge. Here we go. I'm going to give you a clue. You're going to tell me the name of the establishment.
Gotcha.
And the only hint you have is they're local. Some might venture a little outside of Mercer County, but proximity-wise, pretty close, okay?
Okay.
This place sits right off State Route 66, a full bar and restaurant built around indoor golf simulators where you can tee off and eat without ever going inside.
Shout out Caddies.
Caddies. Well done. That'll be, how much do you want to give per right answer? I've got, I never really discussed. I have 14. You want to do $10 right answer or $20 right answer? What are you going to do?
Let's do $10.
$10. Well, just to start it off, we'll increase this. We don't have it. We can have some sponsors here, people. All right, here we go. Located along State Route 66 in Fort Laramie, this long-running spot serves stone oven pizza, cold drinks, and a classic bar atmosphere that locals have been visiting for decades.
That would be Keel Pizza.
That's correct.
Sorry, Aaron, about that one.
There we go.
I just had a space brain moment.
There we go. Found on West Franklin Street, just down from the recycling center, this convenience shop is known for cold drinks, snacks, and fresh-baked foods for locals swear by. Fresh-baked cookies.
Fresh baked cookies. I mean, the only thing I can think of is, this is my answer is two. It's Joe and Jeans or it's the Quick Stop, and I love the Quick Stop, so I'm going with Quick Stop.
It's the Quick Stop.
Yeah, let's
well
go.
done. I didn't know they had cookies, though.
That threw me off when you said that.
Threw me off, too. Maybe verify my stats back
You just
there.
said breakfast pizza. I'd have known right where to go.
Breakfast pizza. There we go. We're just pulling stuff from the internet. You know what I mean? All right, next one. Sitting on North 2nd Street, this 24/7 location is loaded with equipment and group classes, and it's where people slip in early or late to get their workout in.
My assumption is Energy Fitness.
That's correct. Well done, sir.
You say these addresses like I can just pinpoint where they're at. Like I'm
That's
a
the
cop.
only hint you get, yeah.
Like what? What's that road?
Located on Main Street, this cozy wellness spot offers massages, facials, salt room sessions, and holistic products in a relaxing upstairs-style setting.
Oh, holistic? Really? Is that accurate?
Yes, that's
Simply
correct.
holistic.
Nice work. This shop sits just off the downtown strip, creating custom shirts, spirit wear, and merch, all designed and produced in-house for locals, businesses, and events.
What was the first part again?
This shop sits off the downtown strip, creating custom shirts, spirit wear, and merch, all designed and produced in-house for locals, schools, businesses, and events.
I'm gonna be killed if I get this wrong, but I don't think I don't think it's what I think. I'm going with Made. Is that right?
It's Made Apparel. Well done.
I thought you were gonna slip an Alberts on me.
I put them in here to confuse you. Here we go. Next one. Sitting along West Bank Road, one of the best views of the lake. This spot has a scratch kitchen, live music, and a patio that fills up during sunsets.
I mean, it's Boardwalk, right?
Can I get the full answer?
The Boardwalk Village.
No. Boardwalk Grill.
Boardwalk Grill.
Sorry, so many buttons there. All right, nice try. Boardwalk. It's charity. We're going to do it. It's fine. I'm just pushing so many buttons right now.
What is Boardwalk?
What is Boardwalk Grill? Located on West Franklin Street as well, this long-standing tavern is known for pizza, bar food, and a small-town vibe where every booth feels like the regulars section.
The Roberts Tavern.
The Town Tavern. That would be in Maria Stein off of West Franklin Street.
Can't win them all.
That's okay. That's okay. No one's mad at you for that. Is that right? That's off West Franklin Street?
I don't know roads. I can't.
I think it is. I think it is. We'll make sure that that's correct. Found near the historic Frontier Fort and Tall Monument, this cozy cafe sits along the main street and serves coffee, specialty drinks, and pastries to local visitors.
Grounded Cafe.
That's correct. Well done.
I'm back.
Well done. He's back. All right. How about this one? You ready for this one? Located on Main Street, this local brewery pours out its own craft beers in a relaxed tap room where people stop in for flights, pints, and events. Our food truck has also been parked out front during an event this year. Located on Main Street, this local brewery.
I know it is. I'm trying to think what the hell the name
Oh, baby. Is he going to pull it in time?
I'm not going to remember the name off the top of my head. I know it's in Rockford.
It's correct. It's in Rockford.
Rockford Brewing. I know that's not right. Damn. Sorry,
Second
Josh.
Crossing
Second
Brewing was
Crossing.
the answer. Second Crossing Brewing. That's all right, everybody. This mobile setup once restaurant appears at schools, festivals, and events around town, bringing back fan favorite wings and sauces wherever the truck parks.
I'm only going to say it because Julie would probably come on the podcast.
Julie would come
Carrie,
up
since you're
beforehand.
not going to come on the podcast, I'm going to say Seatown Wings still.
That's correct.
Seatown
Well
Wings
done.
on wheels.
Well done. Here we go. Housed in a historic brick building on Main Street, this restaurant and bar offers elevated casual dining, cocktails, and a modern downtown vibe. Housed in a historic building on Main Street, this restaurant and bar offers elevated casual dining, cocktails, and a modern downtown vibe.
I would go with the Anchor.
The Anchor is correct. Well done.
I was like, could be Speakeasy, could be a lot of things.
Well done on that one. Well done.
Yeah.
All right. And our final question. Are you ready, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Found at the corner spot along a main state route, this longtime bar and restaurant serves comfort food, pizza, wings, and even has a drive-through carry-out window.
Drive-through carry-out window.
This is not the last one, by the way. I have one more.
Pizza, wings.
Found at a corner spot along a main state route, this longtime bar and restaurant serves comfort food, pizza, wings, and even has a drive-through carry-out window.
The wine store?
Corner Cafe. Maurice Stein, right across from the football stadium.
The drive-throughs throw me off.
It's got a drive-through. Last question. Located on East Main Street, this bar and grill is known for live bands, wings, big crowds on weekends, and being the after-event spot everyone ends up at.
Like Sobers?
There you go. All right, Bill Rose.
I hear Main Street, and I'm in like 3 different towns. Like, what's in this Main Street on
We've
this
only
main
got so
drag?
many options in the Walmart town. That's our episode of the Two Dads podcast. We're gonna donate. What's the total there? I don't
I think
know.
I was like 11 for 14.
We're giving away $110 to Call Ministries, courtesy of Bill. Screw it, round it up. We'll just give 140. We're gonna take care of you guys. Thank you guys for this week's episode. Anything left you want to say, Bill Ray?
All I got is you're going to listen to this on Tuesday. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. Enjoy your family. Don't drink too much Wednesday night. Sam Wendell. People never forget. And go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes! We'll see you
Ohio
next week.
State 34-10. Mic
Okay,
drop.
bye.